So, I have a lot of friends that play Pokemon Go. They enjoy it, they like it, they want to catch them all. I can't blame them, I don't hate them, let them do them. But they keep asking me, why don't I want to play Pokemon Go? What is it that holds me back? I figured, why not let everybody know? I'm going to give you guys my 5 top reasons why I won't play Pokemon Go. Number 1, it's going to force me to walk far and unwanted places. Now, let me elaborate a little bit. Imagine you have to walk 5 blocks away to catch a little Mankey. That's not something you want to do. 5 blocks away is 5 blocks away. If you don't notice in the game, they tell you where your Pokemon are like a couple kilometers away from you. And honestly, that's not fun. When you gotta travel somewhere just to enjoy a minor bit of gameplay where you just throw a little bit of balls around and you catch something to fill a Pokedex, um, doesn't really interest me that much. Sorry. Next thing too, what if you go try to catch a Pokemon and it ends you up on somebody's property and you have to go sneak around and all of a sudden the Pokemon's hidden in his bathroom? What if you're there trying to catch a Pokemon and somebody thinks you're trying to record them taking a dump? That's not equally as cool. That's not something I would want to do. Honestly, that's not for me. And why would you want to play Pokemon Go and go places where there's a high concentration of Pokemon players? Imagine you're there and you walk down and it's like 4 kilometers away and boom, all of a sudden you see 18 people trying to catch the same thing. And you're there and all of you guys are just pulling out your phones and looking at things in a public park trying to catch a Mankey. I'm going to use Mankey a lot because Mankey seems like the appropriate Pokemon for this kind of situation. Reason number 2, I think personally it's a watered down version of the Pokemon game. Now, if you look at the Pokemon game, it actually had a story where you traveled around, you had Professor Oak telling you what to do, you traveled through gyms, you defeated various gym leaders and stuff. It had something for players to fight for, some players to work for. In Pokemon Go, you don't get much of that. You only have like a little explanation at the beginning, a few text boxes, nothing in to really grab you and keep you into the game. It's just a little pretend gameplay, I would say. Speaking of gameplay, that's one thing the Pokemon games had. It actually had gameplay. Sure, it was a turn-based attack game, but nevertheless, you actually had gameplay and you had things to keep you engaged in the game. From what I see in Pokemon Go, you just flick your finger and tap the screen. I'm sorry, but that doesn't consist of some intricate gameplay. As somebody who plays a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom, Call of Duty, Madden, where you're kind of forced to be good on the sticks and use your controller and get immersed into gameplay, I would say. Pokemon Go doesn't really have that for me, so it's not something as well that entices me to play the game. Also, when I mean it's a watered down version of Pokemon, it just feels like an accessory to Pokemon. It's like when you buy a lunchbox and the lunchbox comes with a sticker. It's kind of like that. This is the sticker to Pokemon. Pokemon Go actually doesn't offer much in terms of what it can give you. It feels really like an accessory to Pokemon. Reason number 3, my personal health and safety. Personal health and safety are very important in your life. It's something you must take seriously and hold to high regard. Me personally, some of the reasons I wouldn't want to play Pokemon Go would be encountering thugs, for example. Imagine yourself playing Pokemon Go late at night, walking through the streets, trying to find yourself a legendary Pokemon, something so rare and so spectacular, and all of a sudden you find yourself in the middle of the worst corner of town, and you go into the park and there's nobody there but a bunch of gangsters. I'm sorry, but I think they dropped a bunch of lures on your ass and they just caught you. What if you have to catch us in the vault of a bank? What do you do then? You're pretty much just asking for the cops to come and catch you, arrest you, and just simply because you wanted to play some Pokemon Go. Now, when I mean personal health and safety, I don't just mean talking about cops and thugs. I want to include the idiots on this list. Why do I want to include these guys? Because these are the guys that bump into you, don't look when they're Pokemon going. They're just there. If you see a Pokemon, the chances are you'll be bumping into one of these guys. What about the weirdos you see? You'll probably encounter a bunch of people that are dressed really funny or act really strange or something that just throws you off and just makes you seem that something ain't right here. Remember, Pokemon is available to the world, not just to you. What if you run into one of those douchebag teams that have everybody, everything, and everyone, and they just look at you like you're some kind of scrub? There are many forms of douchebag. The ones with their head high in the sky, with their attitudes not in check, and with their ego big enough to load up a dump truck. And while I get it, people can use Pokemon Go to meet people and, make new friends. But what are really the chances you're going to meet the love of your life? Personally, I think it's like 1 in a million through Pokemon Go. You're better off signing up on some dating site. Number 4. People I know will make fun of me. Who cares if you're playing Pokemon Go or not, right? I don't care. I don't make fun of my friends for making it, but people will make fun of me. And I'm not necessarily talking about my friends. Honestly, if I told my mom I was playing Pokemon Go, she'd probably make fun of me. She'd probably tell me, "What are you doing playing Pokemon Go? Do you think this is something old men do?" Also, people make fun of you where you played. Imagine you go out Saturday night and you're at the club and all of a sudden you get a notification and it's Pokemon Go. And you're walking around the club, on the dance floor, through the VIP booths looking for a Pokemon. I think you'd look pretty silly myself. I think I'll pass on that. Imagine you're in the middle of a game, watching the game with the boys, or maybe playing a game yourself, and you get another notification, and oh, there's a Pokemon there. What do? Jump out of the game and go play? Not ideal for me in my situation. I think I'll pass too. Another way people will make fun of you, or me for that matter, is when you choose to play Pokemon Go. Playing Pokemon Go is something you should do playing on your own time. You shouldn't be using your Pokemon Go time while you should be at work, at school, or anything like that. Like, how silly would it be if you lose your job because you needed to catch a Rattata? If you ask me, that's not really worth it. Another bad time would be during school, when you're out there supposed to be educating yourself, making more of your mind, and actually becoming someone in society. You'd actually use that time to catch yourself a Mankey. During lunchtime, a lot of people at work are notorious for doing this. They get their hour lunch break, half an hour lunch break, and they go out and they walk the Pokestops and stuff like that. But is that really, truly a good time to be walking around when you're supposed to be eating? Sure, people do it. It's actually not that bad of an idea. But am I going to spend my time at lunch doing that? Probably not. As for reasons stated above, playing at light could be hazardous to your health. Also, if you do get robbed by a bunch of thugs in the middle of a park, after they rob you, best believe they're going to make fun of you too. So, another rain check there. I pass. Speaking of late night, same applies for playing too early. Why in your right mind would you be out at 4, 5, 6 in the morning running around catching Pokemon? Shouldn't you be sleeping? I know I am. And the last reason, number 5, straight up, it's just not for me. Honestly, I could understand it's a family activity. Families with young kids, they take their kids out to play Pokemon Go. It gives them something to do together, be active. That's great, but that's not what I'm about. Sorry, bro. It's for kids. It's not meant for 35-year-old men, 30-year-old men, women for that matter, to be going out and hunting Pokemon. This is meant for little kids. Let's leave it for them. Let them enjoy it. Stop stealing their gyms. And last but not least, I get it. There's people out there that love what they love, and that's fine. If you're a fan of Pokemon Go, go and enjoy it. You be a Pokemaster. Get yourself a hat too. I support, I encourage, and I hope you have a good time doing it. But personally, I'm not a big fan like they are. If they enjoy it that much and they're a hardcore fan and it's something they enjoy, I can relate. For example, I've been watching wrestling, WWE, for many years, and like many of these reasons can apply in their own relative way to Pokemon. But I don't let it bother me. People can make fun of me all they want or say whatever they want. I'm still gonna enjoy wrestling. And if there was something special happening, like, I know wrestling is fake, but I went to Monday Night Raw when it came to Montreal. I enjoyed it. It was fun. And honestly, I'd probably do it again. Why not? If you find something in life that you enjoy and it gives you pleasure and you get rewarded out of it, don't let anybody or anything stop you from doing it. Just always remember to do things smart, safe, and the right way. Because that way you'll get the best out of it. Thanks again, everybody. So, those are my 5 reasons why I refuse to play Pokemon Go. Please feel free to love, comment, share, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And hey, if you have an opinion on it, feel free to drop a comment and discuss about it. For me, this is one that just kind of sparked my interest and, might as well get it out there. Thank you for your time, everybody. Have a great day.